I heard someone that was starting to speak and then you got cut off. It's okay. It happens sometimes on Zoom.
Say hi, London.
I see Nyravius' mouth moving, but I don't hear anything.
He's eating chips, I see him. Go ahead, London. You got this.
Hi. And I'm Tia. I'm Mom.
Hi, Kia.
Paris is in the background saying hi too.
Hi, Paris. Who else haven't we heard from? Taekwon, who's that beautiful woman you're sleeping on?
Taekwon's mother.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
You too.
Aaliyah. Aaliyah.
Hi.
Hi. This is Aubrey.
Tarso and Miss Willis.
Oh, I haven't seen it forever. Hi.
So this is Aubrey, and I'm Aubrey's mom, Deanna, and that's their dad.
Hi.
Hey, nice to meet you all.
Miguel, you have your hand raised. You're very good at this technology. Would you like to say hello to all of us? Go ahead, sir.
Hi.
Hi. Jeremy, did you have anybody to introduce us to? Where did he go?
I missed you, Mommy.
Oh. Hello, little brother. Awesome. Dante, did you want to say hi? Hi, bud.
Miss Berry.
And I think Nyravius, did you say hi? Did you introduce us to your mom? You did? No, I don't think
the audio is working.
Well, we're glad that you're here. We're so excited to get started with this new year. We're feeling, weird about what's going to happen, but we're just going to keep going and keep learning. So we're going to continue. Thanks again for everybody for joining us today. We just wanted to remind you about our Dragons Care. We do have a little pledge that's a little shortened that we always say at the end of our community circle. But this is kind of like full Dragons Care. You have a little pledge, little conduct for our school. So just to remind you that we really are a school that holds cooperation, accountability, respect, and empathy in very high regard. We want our students to learn how to cooperate with each other because this is something that they're going to do for the rest of their lives. And accountability is really important as children are getting older, and just understanding that it's okay to make mistakes. But what we don't want to do is like feel guilt or shame for making those mistakes, that it's okay. And that you just have to hold yourself accountable and learn from your mistakes and just keep learning. And obviously respect, we want to respect everybody, no matter, where they come from or what they like to do. We have to respect everybody, and that also includes ourselves. And then the last, of course, is empathy. Empathy is such a strong character trait that we really all need to have in this world. As we know, a lot of things are just kind of brought to light in the news lately. And I really feel like that strength of empathy is what we all really need in our hearts. So we really hope that all of our students at Discovery can honor these characteristics as they continue to grow into second graders. Mrs. Willis, do you want to take on the next slide so I don't talk too much?
Of course. So attendance is definitely something that is very high on our priority list. because we know that every minute counts and that you have to be in school and learning in order to do your very best at any grade level, but especially at second grade, because we are learning so many new things, and there really is this huge jump in growth from first grade to second grade. So you all will be very surprised at how much you are going to learn in a very short time, and you're going to turn into big kids like overnight. You really will. So your attendance matters. We need you there. So you are expected to be at school every day. If for some reason you're sick, please stay home. We don't want to get anyone else sick, but it's really important that you give us a call down to the front office so that we know that you're actually sick, and then that can be an excused absence instead of an unexcused absence. And a written note is required for that absence to be permitted or legal, if you will. So we just ask that you follow the guidelines in the handbook. And if you have any specific questions, you can always give us a call. Ms. Teles at the front office is happy to answer questions. And if she can't answer them directly, she'll make sure that she gets you to the appropriate person to answer those questions. But we need you at school. We need you there, and we need you ready to participate every day.
Okay, so if and when we do get back to the building, we are still going to have a uniform or dress code. So this is having, most of you are probably used to this from last year, but this is having navy blue pants or a navy blue or light blue top. You can wear sneakers, definitely better. We don't want to have like sandals. It just can be a little distracting for the kids and a little unsafe when they have PE. So we do ask for sneakers to be worn. And then if your child is feeling cold, I know in both of our classrooms, it does tend to get a little chilly, even in the hot weather. So please allow your child to wear like a navy cardigan, something that kind of goes with the rest of the dress code, or a navy or a darker colored sweatshirt. And that would be lovely if you could do that. And look at all of our beautiful models. And I also know that we do have a few shirts that do have the maybe for sale with the Discovery logo, but any light blue or navy blue top would work.
Yes, and I just saw a note in the chat from Ms. Kastner. We're also going to get cardigans with the DCS logo. So those will be available for purchase as well.
Awesome.
They're going to be real fancy.
What?
They're going to be navy blue, button down, have our logo. It's going to be amazing.
Are we going to have them in adult sizes?
I say yes because I need one.
Me too.
Thank you, Mrs. Willis. That was exactly what I wanted to know too.
You guys are silly.
Well, I love a good cardigan.
So this is just a reminder about just cell phone policy. I don't really see too many children in second grade having this issue. This is definitely something more for older students, but just in case you do have a cell phone or emergency cell phone for your children, we just want to remind you that cell phones are not permitted with students during the school day. So if your child does bring a cell phone to school, we can store it for your child in a safe place. We both have filing cabinets that are able to lock. So we can lock them and just keep them safe until the end of the day, okay? So that's just a reminder. Okay. So here is a supply list. This will be handed out again. So you don't have to copy this all down, don't worry. But there is just a few suggestions for our K-2 students. And you might notice there are a few things that are crossed out, and that's just something that we have plenty of stock in second grade, and so we don't want you to worry about going out and finding plastic or heavy duty folders, because we actually have quite a bit of them that we like to reuse each year. And we have a lot of glue sticks in our possession as well. So really just looking for things like to clean, extra hand sanitizers. Tissues are always a really big thing. You know that the kids are gonna get sick, and then just Clorox wipes and things to help us just keep the classroom safe for everybody. And again, don't worry about copying this down. That's a lot of information. This information will be sent to you probably when you pick up your yearbook, okay?
It's actually posted on the school website, and it's on Facebook, and Ms. Kastner just assured us that we're going to mail it home as well. And if you have any questions about what might have been crossed out, if you don't remember, you can always get in contact with Ms. Hartzell or myself, and we'll remind you what those things are that we really don't need. But it's really just the folders and the glue sticks for the most part. Our understanding is that when we return to school, students are going to need to have their own supplies. There won't be a community stockpile anymore, which is what it traditionally has been. You bring it in and then we give it out as it's needed. Instead, students will have their own supplies in their own school supply box. So their own pencils, their own eraser and things of that nature, just so that we can make sure that we're trying to control illnesses and things like that. So yeah, the information is online, but you can always get in contact with us for that as well. And I just want to pause us really quickly. My partner, Miss Diaz, just made it in. Want to give her the opportunity to introduce herself. She was having some trouble getting in on Zoom.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm Miss Diaz. I've been at DCS for 2 years, and I'm really excited to be working with second grade this year.
Yay. We're happy to have you, Ms. Diaz.
Thank you.
All right. So moving on. This kind of ties into that code of character, the Dragon's Care that I was talking about earlier. We just want to remind everybody that, you know, our school is a culture of high expectations. So, you know, this isn't just for our students, this is also for the staff. We are required to have professional development throughout the school year to ensure that we are teaching your children to the highest expectation and highest knowledge that we can give your children. So any of this information is in our handbook. So if you're ever unsure about the code of conduct or you forget about any academic policies, you will have a family handbook to remind you of all of that information. And then just, you know, please come to school ready every day. That definitely includes getting good sleep each night so that you can be alert and ready to do all of that amazing learning that happens in second grade. Is there anybody else who wants to share anything before we move on? Okay. Take it away, Mrs. Willis.
Family Association and Lunch with Leaders. So I am also the Family Association family liaison. Starting this school year, myself and Mr. Romano will be your point people, if you will. If you have any concerns or you need support for yourself, your family, or your student in particular. So we kind of bridge the communication between teachers and staff and families. So that is role, that is what we hope to be able to give to you, is to give you support when you're feeling like maybe you're not sure or how to communicate something that you need. So with that, we will be meeting at least, and at this time, we're thinking that we're going to continue with our Zoom meetings, and we're looking for the best day and time for love to have you participate. We want your voices to be heard. We want you to feel like your priorities.
It happens. Technology gets a little weird sometimes.
I can share about Lunch with Leaders.
Please do, Ms. Kastner.
So Lunch with Leaders is something new we started a couple months ago, actually, during closure. This is something we wanted to do while we were in school, but hopefully when we get back to school, we'll be able to do this. So it's basically the last Wednesday of each month from 12 to 1. Right now during the closure, we're doing it through Zoom, so people can bring their lunch, and we just sort of have a casual conversation. You can ask me questions, other leaders at the school. Sometimes kids join, sometimes parents join. When we do get back in the building, we are hoping to do an actual lunch with leaders, so head over to Olive Garden and enjoy that together and just get to know each other. And having open communication and partnership with families is so important to all of us. So this is just another way that we're inviting people to be involved. And our next one is the last Wednesday of this month. It will be on the Remind app and on Facebook, and it will be through Zoom. We won't be going out for lunch.
That's okay. All right. Okay, so something that's probably on a lot of people's mind is reopening and some considerations, what's going to happen in the fall. As of right now, we still aren't really sure what's going to happen, but we are putting some plans into place. So one thing, we are going to minimize classroom mixing. So that means that students aren't really going to be leaving their classroom a lot or at all. So when they get off their bus in the morning, they're going to come straight to the classroom. And normally in second grade, we eat breakfast in the room, but this will continue again for next year. Then students will also be eating lunch in the room. So that's different. Usually students would go to the cafeteria, but we want to just try to reduce the amount of different grade levels mixing together. So students will be eating in the classroom. There will also be lots of hand sanitizer around the school. Masks is something that has not been decided yet. There is talk about it that maybe students will be required to wear a mask throughout the day. We don't really know the, actual information about that yet, but we just kind of want to put that out there so that you are aware that that might be something that will happen. Something new that might shock some of you, but it'll be okay, we promise, is that snow days, there will not be any snow days. So when there is bad weather that prevents us from coming to school, we actually are going to do remote learning. So we'll still meet together in the morning for crew, we'll do a math lesson together, we'll do a reading lesson, so that we can keep your learning going even when the weather's bad, okay? So we are gonna, and that means that we are gonna be using technology a lot more in the classroom. So there's been some orders, there's new Chromebooks that are coming, everyone in the school is gonna have this technology so that you get really good at using it, and you are more familiar and comfortable in all the different formats that we can use using the computer.
Yeah, and we're still exploring how to make sure that we bridge that gap between having technology at school and having technology at home. So we're still working out the logistics of that. We recognize that not everyone has equal access at home, but this is probably a new normal for us where you're going to need to get online to complete your learning. So we just want to make it feel as normal for you as possible. So we're going to hit the ground running as soon as you get into second grade. We're going to have some of those things already set in place for you so that you're used to and you know how to get into Google Classroom on your own. You know how to use Nearpod or iExcel or whatever other applications that we're going to use to support your learning and to measure your learning as well. And then just one other thing that we didn't put in the slide, but I do want to point out, students will not leave for their specials or encores either. So this is really new. It's going to be new to the students. It's going to be new to the teachers, where students are staying in place, one classroom all day with the same friends. So we recognize that that may be challenging to some students, but we are going to put into place as many opportunities for students to feel like they can get away. So something that we've always done in second grade is that we've always had a peace corner. So students can like take a break and be away from others. So there's like a curtain where students can kind of hide behind or go into their turtle shell, which is something they're used to from paths learning. So, you know, we're aware of that. We know that that's going to be a challenge for some students, those who need to get up and move. So we're looking at ways that we can make sure that students' social and emotional needs are still being met while we take precautions to keep everybody healthy.
Indeed. Okay, all right, we got to it. Questions. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen so we can see everybody. So what questions do parents or students have? Looks like we lost a couple friends. That's okay. Does anybody have any questions? Oh,
I do have a question.
oh, go ahead. Yes. Deanna.
When will the DCS apparel be available?
Great question. Ms. Gassner?
Sorry, I was muted.
That's okay.
I think, okay, so I don't have the exact date yet, but we will post it on the website and Facebook, and I'll send out a remind. We haven't actually gotten the sample cardigan yet, but I did say we would like them by the start of the school year. And our plan right now is to have an open house at the beginning of the school year where people will be able to purchase it. So as soon as we know, we'll let you know, but we would like to get it by the end of August.
Will t-shirts also be available or just the cardigans?
Polos and the cardigans, and I'm not sure about the order with t-shirts. I can check on that and let you know.
Awesome. Okay, Taekwon, did you have a question? I saw your hand.
Yeah. If I was are we still gonna have a little bit like the same math problems that we do in first grade?
Okay, I heard, are we going to have something like you had in first grade? Would you repeat it just a little louder?
Are we gonna have the same math problems like in first grade?
Oh, good question. So when we start the year, we will have some similar math problems to kind of get you, into the groove of school. But we're going to take all of that knowledge that you had from first grade and we're going to build on it. So you're going to learn how to add 3-digit numbers to 3-digit numbers. You're going to learn a little bit about multiplication, just a little bit, and then solve some word problems, and you're going to get really good at that. Okay? So that's a really good question, Taekwon. Do you like math? Maybe. I love that. Does anybody else have questions? Children or parents? We got another one, Taekwon? Maybe.
Miss Hartzell,
Yes.
will the school supplies shopping list be sent in the mail?
Yes.
Well, can you leave?
Sorry, sometimes.
Sorry, everybody.
Just doesn't know when to mind her business. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay.
I think Dante was raising his hand.
Go ahead, Dante. Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, you're muted.
I didn't mean to raise my hand.
Oh. Okay. That's
I
okay.
raised
Hi,
my hand.
Aaliyah. I can tell if friends are getting better and better at typing. That's good.
London, you look so old. Did you have a birthday over this quarantine? London looks a lot older. I don't know if any of you saw London as a first grader, but I don't know why she looks like Paris.
I have a question. So, I guess in the first grade, Taekwon has, I want to say, a lot of challenging ways. And I know you guys are saying that everything is going to be in one class. So how do you guys go about, like the behavior or um, seating, like all that stuff?
Well, I can share that I'm definitely very flexible with children who like to move around. Like I'm not too strict about, if he has to stand while he's doing his work, that is totally fine with me. And I think that we're definitely going to need to build in a lot of breaks for movement to kind of help him, because I know I would see him in the hallway and he definitely liked to go on walks. I don't know how available that will be. I hope that it will be, because I know for some students that's really helpful to get that energy to just kind of get away for a second and then come back. So that's definitely something that we're going to have to discuss as a school, how to keep kids safe, but also give them those movements of opportunity, or for movement opportunities. But in my classroom, I definitely, I had kids who had no problem sitting on the carpet and, sitting for lessons, but I had some who just had to stand, and that's fine. Like it does not bother me. As long as he knows what's happening and he can tell me what's going on, that works for me.
And we will still
help you a little bit.
Oh, I was gonna say, Taekwon will still have Mr. Perigo and Miss Nilsson and Mr. Nilsson and Mr. D, so they'll still be able to come and check on you and sometimes go for walks. I think you and Mr. Perigo watered a lot of plants. So I'm pretty sure that will still be an option.
Okay. That's the other thing that is open, right? The outdoors is always available and is a safe place to be. So hopefully this will be a reason for us to be outside more and use our great big outside space a lot more too.
Okay.
I had also mentioned briefly that Ms. Hartzell and I, we do a lot of social emotional learning in the classroom. So they get PAS lessons every week to help them to cope with undesired feelings and things like that. And then we also make sure that we have tools available. Just like Ms. Hartzell said, I don't mind if students stand. I don't mind if students use a wiggle seat. These things are accommodations that are appropriate for a lot of children and necessary to make sure that their needs are being met, because not everyone is the same. Not everyone learns in the same way, and not everyone has the same needs. We recognize that there will be some challenges because we won't be able to do it exactly the way that we used to, but we are very cognizant of it, and we're going to make plans for that before we get into the classroom, and then we will tweak those plans as much as necessary.
Okay.
Good question. Any other questions?
What time is this meeting gonna end?
Good question.
That was a cute question. You're right. Good. If you know how to tell time, Jeremy, you're doing pretty good. It is 5 minutes after 8, and this meeting was just supposed to go until 8 o'clock. So if you have more questions, you can stick around and ask them. But we just want to say thanks. Thanks for joining us and meeting us. We are going to love having you in second grade too, Dante. I love you. You are amazing. Thank you all. We really appreciate you taking this time to see us and meet with us, and we can't wait to get started next year.
I can't wait to see all of you. I miss you so much.
So get to bed. Just kidding.
Keep reading.
Bye, London.
Mhm.
I mean,
It's okay.
It's okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Bryce.
Everybody.
Bye, Dante.
don't forget and make sure you rise up.
Wow, champions, I am so excited about the second grade team. When I saw the list, I was pumped. Willis, it's cool to have you back in second grade. And Diaz, that team is going to be amazing. I can't wait to work with you two and the four of you all together. Plus, you got Dante holding it down, Jeremy, and probably Joyce too,
Right.
especially when he's working from home.
Yeah.
Leah's going to be there taking care of business. Taekwon keeping you honest. It's going to be awesome. I'm psyched about this.
This is a good group.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm glad I get to be here for this.
Thanks for joining us, Mr. Sinacropi.
Thank you.
Jeremy,
Bye, Jer Bear.
you can go to bed.
Bye,
everybody.
Bye, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy. Bye, Joyce, wherever you are.
Hi, Joyce.
Bye, Joyce. They have a
Oh
little
my
kindergarten
gosh,
friend coming
outside.
too. What's your little brother's name?
Joshua and David.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
who's
are
coming to kindergarten?
cute names.
Wait, nobody.
Oh, just a little one coming to kindergarten.
No, my little sister. I just remembered.
I just remembered.
We're gonna have 3 times the cuteness.
Oh my gosh. Can we handle it?
Probably not.
What's this? Wait for the